God damn it! I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sunrider, Mask of Arcadius. Wait a minute. Okay, it should be working. Okay then. Well, that was a bad start. Oh well. Welcome back to Sunrider, and for those of you just tuning in from Dunderbender, thank you. Don't start with the damn Phoenix. For God's sakes, I've had to deal with this 3 times already. Long story short, her Phoenix has illegal, in quotations, modifications to it, and she's pissed about it. Miss Noob is pissed about it. Akari, on the other hand, is just like, hey look, I can move faster. High evasion rates. That's because the Alliance is a bureaucracy. Would weight really matter in outer space? The only thing I can think of that it would matter for is inertia. Uh-huh. And have we seen laboratory proof of this? That isn't based on either company's materials. Again, can we see a separate, independent lab study that studies both materials and finds out? This is not an Alliance ship, woman. Understandable. I'm glad you are taking such precautions. I can't tell you how many times I've dealt with this for whatever the reason. I don't remember why I remember this conversation so much. Yes, you may. Look at that face. He's just like, yeah. Captain agreed with me. What's going on in here? Oh, God. Are you eating all right? Look at Arcadius. She's just like, yeah, I know everything. Hey! How come you're not worried about me? That's what the face looks like. If you just look at the faces and don't read the text. Eats more. You gonna be okay? How can she be so confident when earlier she was a red-faced mess? Probably a kid. Because he's a kid and he doesn't want to face reality. Yeah, a kid is not thinking this far ahead. This, true. Same as this one. But that is a very mature thing to think about, and I don't think that the Venusaur is capable of such things. So, I think he's just scared and he's trying to escape reality. Keep in mind, this is like, I haven't seen the dialogue after this because I never got past that battle, so I don't really know for sure. So, bear that in mind, people. Speaking of which, I just want to point out, like, literally everybody wears clothing similar to that on here. Oh, speaking of which. Almost forgot. Oh, no, wait, no, we don't. We have no money. Okay, we probably did that last episode. Never mind. We have no money. And why are you mad today, madam? Ooh. Let's see what you got. Montesquieu. Oh, really? Great. Well, good thing we have an assassin slash mercenary on board to deal with her. In all honesty. Why would they? In all honesty, why would they? Yes, keep a very close eye on her if you have an ability to do so. Alright. Well, if she does sneeze suspiciously, that's not worth, you know, coming to me right away and talking to me about it, but yes, that is alright if you say so. Chikara! We've spent 8 minutes just talking to people? I thought it was like 4 minutes. Well, then again, about 2 minutes was spent troubleshooting, so never mind. Ew. Ah, that gave me a cold chill. Hey, if you don't voice your opinion, then it's just going to continue to haunt you. So speak up. Share your feelings. Diode! Alright, well, I'll let you finish then. I'll be right over here, just chilling while I wait. Just, there we go. I was going to say, just waiting for the text. She wasn't on Diode when the event occurred. Duh. Just checking to make sure my phone isn't set to silent, because then I would have missed messages. Why? I mean, yes, it is the holy grail of science, but that makes you an extremely, extremely huge target. Yeah, that could cause extreme problems. Extreme problems. That's the point. Humans cannot handle that technology. You scientists can, the people of Diode, but I mean, you've seen what Arcadius is doing, or Pact, I mean. Like, you've seen what they're capable of, and if they get their hands on that technology, I mean, even if you go back in time and just kill them off before it happens, that's just going to cause a whole nother mess of problems when you go back. I mean, there's no way to avoid it. Humans just have too much greed to be able to handle something with that much power. No matter who it is, someone's going to want it to use it for their personal gain. No matter what. Long story short, two really heavy, tiny particles collided, and then that created just basically a rip in space and time. Well, it's not really a black hole is not a rip, though. A black hole is a giant dent. It's like a zit, but backwards. You know, where it's just like, it's so heavy that it just made a giant dent in the floor. You know? But it's still technically in the floor. The floor is just so dented that it looks like a freaking pinprick. At least from what we can understand. I mean, we technically do not have the same science as them. And technically they do have science greater than ours, so their technology, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, it's a video game. Let's not get into it. That's the one big thing you can expect on my channel, is when science comes up, you can expect me to dive into it and screw something up. I get a lot of it right, but sometimes I just screw it up entirely. But why would they want it destroyed? That is the real question. Yeah, what would they gain by destroying Diode and their technology? What would they gain from it? You are not rambling, Chikara. You're giving us very important information. You sound like you need a hug, person who is sideways. By like 80 degrees. 80 degrees on like a protractor for people who don't understand that. Because some people use radians for that. For people who don't know, a radian is like... Basically a circle is 3.14 radians. As a rough estimate, by the way, so... That should give you a rough idea as to what a radian is. I haven't used it in 2 or 3 years. So, It's a calculus thing, that's all I remember. And strangely enough, I didn't learn it in my college calculus. I learned it in my freaking high school calculus. It was advanced placement calculus, but still. The non-AP version would have been exactly the same, because I only had one teacher for it. Chigara, you still look like you need a hug. Good Lord, how many people are there? Good Lord! Why are all of you here? What are you doing? Good Lord, so much dialogue. We'll never get to the fight at this rate. What are you two doing? You know she knows you're there, right? She knows you there. You're there. Bleh. She knowed you there. They was clearing daggers. Duck and cover before she launches real ones. Oh God. She's just like, hi. Well, at least you'll be out of Ava's hair. She'll have one less thing to be annoyed about. In all honesty, Ava kind of reminds me of my mother. In all honesty, just like, she'll always complain about something, but she'll never really do anything about it. The things that she does stuff about, she doesn't go into detail about. But she'll always feel free to complain about very easy to solve problems, like, I feel like the damn maid around here. I do this. I do that. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there like, you could have asked me to do any of this at any point in time, but you didn't. You could have written it down on a piece of paper, put it in front of the computer, and it says, me, do this. And I would have done this. But you did not, and now you're complaining to me about what the other two in this household did. Makes no sense. And yes, I do know that it makes a certain level of emotional sense to relieve stress and complain about it, but outside of that, it makes no practical sense. Oh, speaking of which, my poster arrived for this game. For those who don't know, they actually had freaking posters for this game, as well as pinups. I think they still had some solo pinups. I might put that in the description just so you guys can go and see that, because I didn't know they had it. They definitely did not do a good job of showing you that on the website. I was like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, look, there it is. Guerrilla warfare. Well, it worked for the U.S. when they needed it during the Revolutionary War. Because back then it was literally just a game of Risk. Just a bunch of blob people just standing in a line, shooting at each other. Then the rebels, well, technically they were colonists. Let's go with colonists, not rebels, because technically they were both. Decided, Yeah, screw that. I don't want to get shot. I'll hide in the trees. I mean, just stand in a line and get shot for why don't you? I mean, I don't understand the British's logic. I'm sure that they wised up to that pretty fast, but still. There must have been a lot of flat terrain out there in Europe. The Apact War. The Alapact War. That sounds pretty cool, the Alapact War. Yep, sounds like a sci-fi movie to me. Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like a movie to me. Nah, she just chooses not to mention it. Uh-huh. Go for it, Ava. Go for it. Oh, right. Having a deep conversation is just like, you know I'm here for the paperwork, right? Oh. What are you up to, Claude? She's just like, hello. The Queen of Porn is here to serve you, madam. Busted! Oh, please, you like him too and you know it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Where is the Stardust, anyway? Maybe this is the reason why she doesn't get much sleep. Hello. Well, paperwork is important. Oh, she knows how to relax. She just doesn't want to. I can guarantee you that right now. What? Everyone stop shouting, the captain's here. Can I see the data drive? And you need to be the one doing that because... Again, can I please see the data drive? Can I please see the drive, Ikari? Why is there no see the drive option? That's why you're here, Ikari. You're more specialized at that than she is. That's why you're here. It's because you're better at it than she is. Off the record, yes they do. Ow. Broke my concentration there, that hurt. And again, they're just letting her get away with the data drive. No matter how mad I would be, I would want to see the freaking drive. How do you people miss this? Just hand over the fucking drive. Ugh, beat my head into the desk about 10 times. Great. Just great. Keep a sharp eye on her, Ikari. Hello, Park. You seem to not notice that we are the flagship here, and we've done worse to you than this fleet can. On our own. Think about that and go away. We can't blitzkrieg with the small force we have. Can't flank, because they're going to do that to us. I guess we're going to have to blitzkrieg. Do we have the forces for that, though? That's the real question. I'm surprised the Legion isn't participating, in all honesty. So they're the long-range artillery in this fight, then. The only thing I can think of is, yeah, the blitzkrieg, straight up the center. Yeah, we have to blitzkrieg. It's the only way to avoid the flank. For those who don't know, Blitzkrieg is basically just YOLO. That's really what it is. It's just charge and hope that you win. It's just adrenaline rush! Oh shit, now what? That's really what a Blitzkrieg is. It depends purely on surprising the living shit out of your opponent and hoping to catch them off guard and then just beating the shit out of them in that moment's time. You don't got the damage for it, then you're boned. For those who can't see, this is actually looping around like this. So it's looping around to here, converging, and then going back around. And that's for both of them. Yeah, see, that's literally the only way to avoid the flank, is to just Blitzkrieg. Because we can't leave our butts exposed on either side. And that's really all we can do. Yes, but the command fleet will be gone, providing us a significant tactical advantage. He does have a point. I'm concerned about the Legion moving in. Even if it is here just to observe, it will probably still move in when it realizes what happens. All ships. This is Admiral Akbar speaking. That's a terrible Admiral Akbar. I don't even know why I bother. This feels like Mass Effect right here, where you just take over the ship and then you just give your heroic speech right before a suicide mission. God, it even looks like the Normandy. Holy shit. God, how did I never pick up on that? Meanwhile, you've built your own empire, so now you are technically an imperialist. This feels like we're fighting communism, in all honesty. It really does. Viva la revolution! Which is basically the same thing. Good lord, there is so much dialogue. I might leave this for the next episode, just to have a heroic speech. Oh yeah, there's going to be a new episode tomorrow. Never mind. You can just watch it tomorrow. Der. Oh, look at that. We got a new command. Oh, I forgot about All Guard. I forgot about that. Whoops. God, how did I forget about that? God, can you imagine just moving up just a little bit and it just like having all the battleships and everything just gone. Ugh, damn. But sadly, that has to wait till tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for watching Sunrider, Mask of Arcadius. And for those of you who are new to this, I please recommend that you go back and watch the originals first, given that this is a visual novel. If you're just here for the combat, I have no idea why you would be. But if you are here for the combat, please say so in the description and in the comments and let me know. That would be very interesting to learn. Do you guys prefer the story, the combat, or both? You know, it'd be very interesting to hear about that. Also, please feel free to share this with A, the other subscribers, and B, just in general, because frankly this is the only other series that I have that's doing even remotely well. So please share my other series with the people who are watching the main ones. I know that it may not be their exact preferences, but, you know, it'd be nice to get more than 50 views on these, you know, given that I have 1,000 of you. I got more views on the Pajama Sam series at this point. I might go back and replay those one day. One day, perhaps. But, nonetheless, my Twitter is, of course, in the description. This game is free for people who actually want to play along, or even just play in general. And, as always, Sunrider Academy, their actual dating sim game, is in early access. I will not play it until I can date at least 3 of the characters and succeed. So, bear that in mind. I will be playing that game at some point, but it is not ready to my standards yet. So, with that out of the way, good day and good clicking, my peoples.